You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Now,
That's
hold
right.
on. I'm super excited for this one.
Yes.
Because my girl SZA is here.
The side chick zigzag zigala. That's her
Oh my
name.
God, it's so crazy.
SZA.
First of all,
Into the mic,
I know
SZA,
exactly what
into
song
the
you're
mic.
talking about.
There's a couple of them.
The whole album.
No, just one.
A lot of the album.
Just one. First off, have you never had a side chick?
Of course.
What are you talking about?
I've had a few.
Also, did she know that she was a side chick?
Yes.
Okay, that's a different thing. A lot
That's
of
not
girls
true.
don't know
You're-
that.
No,
Okay,
no.
that-
Did they all know they were side chicks?
Aren't you married?
Yeah, now. But you talking about? I've been alive a long time.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. But you know, I listen to the album and I feel like the album represents for the girl who is dating a guy who has another girl. But like most side chicks do, they catch feelings.
And what song
then they
did you
want to
hear
be the
sing?
main
Explain
girl.
what song? You talking about Weekend?
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd's
The
on there,
Weeknd?
yeah.
What else?
So
What was the other record? I don't remember the names of it.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
No, it seemed like it's more than that.
And it seemed like
just
you.
connected to that because that's the life you live in.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though. The Weeknd is a standout song on there though.
It is.
Like I really did. I was listening to it and I really loved it, and I was tweeting about it. And now I'm doing a side chick playlist for Tidal because of the song.
Wait,
The
can I
Weeknd.
explain this real quick?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
one. So it's more so, I think side chick is a male
SZA,
dominated.
you have to put your lips on the mic. I told you this last time.
I don't recall. Thank you, Angela.
There you go.
We're just here. This is a nice distance.
Yes.
I feel like it's a male bred term where it's like what I'm actually saying in the song is my man is your man. Like we all share the same dude, saying that I'm aware, I don't care. I'm not trying to I don't need to be his girl. Like not even saying that you're his girl, saying that none of us are his girl. All of us are just out here trying to get different things for different reasons. And my particular reason is just get here and do what you said you was gonna do.
You just
We
want some
don't have
penis
to-
on Friday and Saturday.
on this particular song.
Right.
On weekends.
On this
The
particular
Weeknd's
song.
the best part of the week.
And for the record, this is like, it's more, I think it's like taking the power back. Because it's like women just are supposed to do something but like cry and feel weird and like, oh my God, like I don't have no nigga, like he's not my man, I have separate. It's just, it doesn't matter. Just enjoy your life, focus on what's important to you. If you want to kick it with the nigga, kick it with him. If you don't, move on. Like it's not a
Right.
big, it doesn't have to be a thing.
So it's not about pickings being slim out here when it comes to men.
It's just about comfortability. It's just about like being confident in yourself because I think most men don't tell women you're not my only one.
Oh no, that's how you get in trouble. You got to be honest from up top.
I think you have a rare knack for honesty. I think most men do not possess that. Not even most men, just human beings in general. Like I would be scared and nervous to admit the things that I feel out loud, maybe in a one-on-one room, like with a dude, but on wax, it's a lot different. Like I can come clean about all kind of things. So I don't know. It's like that.
Men kind of have a don't ask, don't tell policy.
Hell no,
Right.
what man
If you
dealing
don't
with?
ask them,
What is that?
Well, she was telling me a story.
no, I'm saying if you don't ask them a specific question, they're not gonna volunteer information.
I'm telling you off top, I got a woman. I've been with my woman 19 years. I'm letting you know from the start. I mean,
Used to.
yes. I'm letting you
hear
know
this?
from the beginning.
But I feel like for certain people, like people will be like, well, you didn't ask him if he had kids. You didn't ask him if he was married.
How
like,
you hide your kids?
You can't hide your kids.
You
but
shouldn't even
if
give
you don't
pussy to a
ask,
man that hides his
sometimes people
kids.
just don't tell you. Have you ever had a guy not tell you he had kids or not tell you?
Low key don't feel like I have dated enough dudes with kids. I've maybe dated like one dude with kids, and I don't know. Like it was very. I love kids, so I'm not the person that you have to hide kids from. I'm always just like, let's all play, like let's all go somewhere. But I don't know. No,
If
After
a
this
man,
album-
if a man's hiding his kids from you and you find out, you got to stop giving them pussy immediately.
absolutely.
It
You need to
doesn't
stop
make
talking to
He's a
him.
piece of shit.
It's
Absolutely.
over. I agree.
After this album, right? I listened to the album. I felt like you needed a hug. Like you feel
Oh
like you
no!
Who hurt
Yeah, I
SZA?
feel like you got so much on
No,
your
seriously,
soul
who
and
hurt
chest.
SZA, man?
I was like, I gotta give her a
4
hug.
years worth of niggas. No, I'm exasperated. No, it's really just, I never really talked about like relationships in a direct way. We used to be very metaphorical, very figurative, very like, and also just kind of scared, like to talk about the way I felt in a literal way or like very directly. And I think all these relationships that I'm talking about are over.
Did you feel like you needed a man for approval? Because in some of the songs, it felt like you were looking for approval.
Like supermodel.
Like my ass, say my ass looks bigger. You know,
yes.
like it feels like you
I think all
approval.
women are. I think from the person that, it's like it's weird. You could be this hella confident person, but if the one person that you want to find you beautiful doesn't find you beautiful, it kind of doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just negates all these things, even though all these things are still true. Like you're still beautiful, you're still gnarly. Like, so I basically took this idea of, you know, when you want a man, he's unattainable. Like you want his attention, you want his favor, you want to be the apex of his taste level, like all these things. So it's just a natural feeling. It's like, I've been thick, I've been thin, I've had ass, I've lost ass. And I felt like insecure in the process of losing weight and losing booty, but like, you love me and you're my friend, so like lie to me for today, and then tomorrow you can come clean and be like, okay, but for real.
Did you have a guy that was like all into you when you was like bigger? And like he was kind of making you feel bad about being bigger, but then when you lost the weight, he still tried to like play mind games with you?
No. I actually, I am blessed to have dealt with real niggas. Like I don't really deal with niggas who talk to me like that. Like I don't, that's crazy. Like when I was bigger, I was actually mad at my man because he didn't tell me. That I was like, what?
Yeah.
How did you miss that? Like, but it's more so.
But he loved you regardless. He didn't care how big you were.
And that was the key. And I think that's just the bottom line. And I was more so focused on like being happy and like being in the situation. It's more so the way you see yourself, because you know we don't see the world as it is, we see it as we are. So I felt fat, I felt ugly, I felt undeserving. So I would look for things and like probably like dig in places that there weren't any things to be, you know, to be dug up.
So what happened to him?
I don't know.
The record.
You said you don't know.
What song on the album is about that guy?
I don't know all of them. I don't know. Maybe Gogina. I think.
My dumb ass listened to that record 3 times last night because I was trying to figure out if it was about Martin.
Oh my God, I love. First of all, yes, kinda.
Okay.
Yeah. It's more so like Gina is always like the semi-corporate, kind of stuck up, but also really beautiful and like has a sense of humor. But she looked like if she lived like Pam, she might have more fun. So it's like you might just go get some get right. Like, go Gina. Like, do you live your life and like don't be afraid to be crazy. Like, remember that time that Martin came to that party, the hotel party, and he thought it was like a corporate trip that Gina and Pam went on, and he thought it was gonna be like a real shindig. Like, if that was the energy, like if she just played more, if she was just like let go, like, yeah.
I see what you're saying. On the record, Anything. That's an interesting record too.
Oh my God, we're like really talking about my album. That's crazy.
I heard the album. First of all, the album's dope.
Thank
like,
you.
really dope.
From you, that means a lot.
No, it's really dope.
Thank you.
But you keep repeating, "Do you even know I'm alive?"
Yeah.
It sounds like you're trying to get someone's attention.
Yeah. So I feel like.
See, that's why I said you needed a hug, man. Hearing all these songs.
That record was
So
like
this
real.
album,
like,
this album is like a release. It's like a release from. Over the last 4 years, I haven't been just doing music. I've been burying friends, burying family members, burying weight, the way I feel about myself, the way I feel about the world, the way I feel about God, the way I process information. Like, I've just been growing as a human being, and I didn't even realize that I was just like kind of in a box. Like I was missing a lot of worlds going on. So I think singing from my perspective of the world, where it's like, I don't know, I felt like trapped in myself and then around my friends and then around like guys. Like I couldn't explain it. It was weird. It was like I felt very invisible around very many people.
so that's why you said, "Do you even know I'm alive?" So you're talking to a whole bunch of people.
I'm talking to myself.
Got you.
It's like most of this album is me talking to me. So if I'm talking about saying like, even for the weekend, like a lot of these things have dual meanings. Like I'm singing from the girlfriend and from the other perspective. Like I've been the girlfriend that didn't know, and I've been the girl that didn't know that you had a girlfriend. So it's like, I don't know. It's like you just gotta sing from different points of view, like from where your mind is at. Like
Different
I'm sure
experiences you had.
Exactly. Like,
Did Top Dog Entertainment have anything to do with that? With you feeling like you're not alive because they wouldn't give you a release date?
oh my God, no. Okay. So TD is very.
Because you did wake up one day and kind of bug out on them just a little bit.
I did.
What happened? Explain.
I did.
She just woke up one day and was like, I don't know if you said you wanted off the label or you like, when's my album coming out? Like,
It was nighttime.
Yeah.
I was up all day.
But I will say but SZA,
I was conscious. I made a full blown decision.
How soon did you regret that? What drove you to that?
I'm just hella childish, and I think when I just get caught up in some shit, like depending on what it is, like I don't know, like I just felt very overwhelmed. I felt like the pressure. It's like halfway through, I felt like people were expecting something from me, and I was like, I don't know how to meet expectations. Like I'm just a human being that's like borderline, not even sure if this is a hobby or not. Like
Really?
And then I just felt like a lot of pressure, and I just felt like I didn't know what to do. And then Punch is very like stoic, like very chill, but hyper chill. So we're like, and I ask a lot of questions. So if I'm like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And he's just like, after like the fourth question, his answers just, I don't know. They just turn into that. So I'm asking him questions about my album,
He's
and I'm
still
like,
saying, I don't know.
I'm like, how you?
When it's coming out, I don't know.
I'm like, how you feel about the album? How you feel about this song? Do you think this song is strong enough? Do you think I should get rid of this song?
It's Kendrick though.
Yo, at everybody. Wait, no, but it's like, I'm like, I need answers. I need to figure out like, where am I? Like, how do you feel? And he just wouldn't answer me, and that was also the day I watched somebody like pass away for the first time. It was really crazy.
So you emotional that day?
I was hella emotional. I was hella over it. And then I'm also a Scorpio, which should just add that shit up.
So who called you
general.
first after you put that out there? Who was the first call that you got?
That's how I think nobody even called me, because I think they were just like,
Do you even know I'm alive?
no,
Do you even know I'm alive?
But on some like, is she wilding? Like, is she okay? Or I think everyone just assumed that I was wilding, I was gonna be fine. But
Nobody hit you?
No, I talked, of course, Top. Like
Oh.
outside of the obvious, like I
Right.
spoke
Okay.
to Top, I spoke to Dot, I spoke to Punch that night, and I don't know. I think they didn't even say anything. They just listened to me.
Right.
And that's all you need sometimes, somebody to listen.
Yeah.
Now think about when you first signed to TDE and how you are now.
Yeah.
There was a lot of artist development for you. So
What does artist development actually mean?
I mean, it means to
There
me
you go.
that like
Tell the
you
truth,
put out
Cindy.
you put out a
No,
lot
I
of-
really don't know. I've
Yeah.
always wanted to know, but I feel like I can ask you because it's
right. Because like even just the way that you dress, the way that you present yourself, the confidence that you have now.
I'm low key also very nervous.
Right.
However,
No, because
Because
when
I
I
was
first
excited
met
to
you,
see
you got to think like you probably had no idea what it was that you really were going to put out. Like just even your music from early on and how it progressed to now, you being able to open up and be honest about
I
your
didn't even think I'd be here
experiences.
again. Like at this table with y'all
Right.
again. I just thought that was
Why?
like,
But-
I don't know. I don't know.
But that's artist development, even just writing for other people.
I don't agree
That's
with that.
still
I think you just
Which
grow.
one
I think you
agree?
just grow as a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody at TD could teach you how to be a
Oh,
woman.
is that
not
what
that,
is
no,
artist-
no,
is
not that they
artist
teach you,
development?
but I think sometimes people want to sign people that they're ready to put out right now. They already have everything ready. And for you, it was more like you discovering yourself, and people need time to do that. And it is time to grow.
I commend my label because they didn't know that I needed time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely thought
You
that
were
I
raw
came.
talent. Yeah, we were raw.
Like they didn't know that I needed time to like build all that. They just supported me the way I was, and even when I gained weight and lost weight and stopped lotioning and started lotioning.
What?
And like just had to comb my hair. I'm not combing my hair. I'm getting braces. I'm not getting braces. Like just went through mad different phases of wilding out, like just being me. And I think they just supported me every time. When I wanted to start a whole new sound for the album,
Right.
Punch was just like, okay, let's find another studio.
Because some labels will just drop you if it doesn't work out right away.
No. They were so like literally like me wilding out on Twitter and like bring a brat will get me a job quicker than wilding out and looking crazy in the world or needing artist development. Like they respect me for who I am.
I'm not giving you a release date neither if you're an ashy woman.
Why?
Like you can
ashy
put up
right
with some
now.
ashy niggas, but a girl cannot be sitting in the studio ashy.
You're crazy.
Now,
What-
now
what-
she
what-
now she exfoliates and she does.
I do exfoliate a little bit.
What made you not want to use lotion?
No, but I don't want to. It's
She
just like
just
it's
said
like an
that.
extra
I thought
5
you was
whole
joking
minutes.
for real, but
No,
you
it's
didn't
just-
use lotion.
If I now use body oil and hemp oil and coconut oil and lots of oils and shea butters, but still not every day. Like I can't. It's still like a task. Like it takes like 5 whole minutes to get your whole
Why?
body because first of all, okay,
This is funny.
if you think about humectants and the way that those work, you got to lotion while you wet so that you like keep the moisture in.
Right.
But it's like now I got to air dry it, and it's like this is now 15 minutes into I gotta go. So now I'm not lotioning.
Well, we
I'm
expect
here.
that from a woman. You know, women have to take a little bit of extra
You
time to
judge
get ready.
me. No. If I was 15 minutes late, you would say.
I'd rather
what?
you take the time to put lotion on your elbows.
I'm unlotioned and I'm on time.
Now let's talk about the sound of this album. You said you changed the sound of this album. And listen to the album. There's nothing like this album out that I've heard
I
in
agree.
a while. So what made you change the sound of the album and why?
I don't think I consciously changed the sound. I think I just didn't know what my sound was. Like, I didn't know who I was or what I wanted to make sonically or what I was trying to achieve or what I was attracted to sonically. Like, I think music was like a separate entity and then I was just over here being me, but I didn't know how to conjoin the two or like merge me into the way that I process music. So me singing in falsetto and whispering and being hella metaphorical and dealing with reverb, like I don't have any introduction to music. So if all I know is plugins and like let's just put 13 of them hoes on there and turn all these backgrounds up and like it's a song, like that's all I knew. So now learning about songs and like when you turn down all the reverb and all the plugins and all the stacks and all these things, like you're left just with your voice and your thoughts, and then now you kind of have to say something. You don't have to say anything, but you have to mean it. So
The easiest thing to say is the truth.
yeah.
On Supermodel, you said you've
Supermodel's dope.
You said you've been
Thank you.
secretly banging your dude's homeboy
Oh my God, this
on
is not
Valentine's
the interview
Day.
that I was supposed to. First of all, I was supposed to go through all these songs in a very tender, safe space, and now I feel attacked.
No, we really listen to the album.
I
Don't
did
worry.
not.
I'm not
I didn't
judging
come
you,
up with
SZA.
any
I respect the-
explanation.
I respect the honesty. I respect the truthfulness.
No,
I'm
I'm
not
joking. I don't
judging.
feel attacked. I wrote the.
But you said you've been secretly banging your dude's
Yeah.
homeboy
It's a true
Yeah.
story?
It
on
is a true story.
Oh,
Valentine's
my
Day.
goodness.
It was. It wasn't. It don't. It happened once.
I hope so.
Tell it. You got to tell this story.
He had an orgy in Vegas, and his mans called me and told me.
So his
That
man
they were
was
having-
hating on him.
His
Kind
mans
of.
is
I don't know if his man
foul.
was hating on him as much as his man was comfortable with me. Like I was friends with his friends. Like his friends were like my sons.
No, that's foul.
So they felt like, but they told me on some
Wait,
like.
did you say his friends were like your son?
Yes, it was like an accident. Like, cause you know, if it's like if you like, if
Wait
I'm
a
nurturing,
goddamn
right?
minute.
Hold on a
Hold on
second.
now. So your man's homeboy called you
It dropped
to
down.
tell you that your man was having an
But it
orgy,
ain't come out like that.
and you rewarded him with pussy.
No.
Oh,
That's
she's
not
like,
who.
That's
not
who she slept with.
Ew,
Oh,
that
it
would
was
be so
another-
He
okay,
was
terrible.
in
okay.
He was in
Okay.
That's a
Vegas
man.
doing that, and you were home.
No, oh my God.
So
Wait.
what? So it was another guy. You slept.
Wait, you have to clean my character first.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. I did not sleep with the boy that told me.
You didn't sleep
that-
with the snitch.
right.
Okay.
He's snitch. He's foul. You shouldn't trust him.
Oh.
No, 'cause
In
if he- if he's your
hindsight,
man's
I'm pretty sure I can't trust any of them.
friend, and he told on him, you can't trust
You
him.
can't trust none of them.
So who'd you sleep with?
That's kind of the bottom. Like
Right,
that's
the bottom
where.
line
Yeah,
is
that's
all
true,
of them
that's
can't be
true.
trusted.
Who'd
That
you
whole
sleep
crew.
So it was this boy that I just like a boy that I liked and I've been seeing and we had like been kind of talking and like I wasn't giving him any play because I liked my boyfriend and
As you should,
I
right?
wanted him to like me and then he just didn't. On Valentine's Day he like aimed me with it was crazy. He aimed me. He didn't call me, didn't text me. He aimed me on top of the orgy phone call
Oh, so you was
from
like,
the night pop. So I'm just like, I'm
Most people don't
like,
even use AIM anymore.
it was crazy. Well, this was back in the, this is all old also too. Like,
Right.
Yeah, of course. In the
So-
words of Ghostface, you don't get a man back like that though. Like you can't sleep
Oh, I
with
know
another
better.
man
It
and
wasn't
then-
intentional.
Yeah.
It was just now.
This happened.
The
You were
song. The
vulnerable.
song is more intentional than the action.
Right. You were
The song is
vulnerable
on some
at
like
the time.
exactly. I was mad as hell on some Scorpio shit
Mm-hmm.
quite long ago. I would never wish that on me.
did you tell him? Did you tell the guy?
No, but y'all just did. So
Oh, so he don't
there
even
it
know
is.
about this.
The album's not out yet.
First
It's
of all,
about to-
most of the people that I've dated are so arrogant. They would never even assume that this is about them. They'd be like, "This must be about someone."
no, they're so arrogant they're gonna
Must
think
be
it is about
someone else.
them.
No,
Sheesh.
absolutely not. They'd be like, I know she ain't talking about me because she would never trip on me like that or whatever.
Now the
So,
dude who smashed on Valentine's Day definitely gonna say something.
he's the most arrogant. He'll be like, "Pff, I wonder what nigga, who that? Like, I wonder, like, it's definitely, and that's it, I'm sure.
Now you start off Dove in the Wind. That's the record with Kendrick, right?
Correct.
You started off by saying niggas do not deserve pussy.
He said real niggas.
Right.
He said real niggas.
Real
don't deserve
niggas
pussy.
don't deserve pussy.
I call that song the pussy song. There's so much pussy in that
Everyone
song.
calls it the pussy song.
What does that mean,
He
though?
put way more pussy in it than I did. It was
They
like,
get the whole box.
it was mild
Mm-hmm.
before he came. Exactly.
What does that mean? Real niggas don't deserve pussy.
So the next sentence is meaning it's more you see right through walls. Ain't talking about pussy. So saying like, meaning you deserve more. Pussy is it's connected to me. It's a thing. There's a lot more that I can give you besides pussy that can build you and that can.
Okay.
All they hear is pussy, and that's all they
And they can't have none. So it's
They're
like,
not real.
I need to understand.
Niggas deserve
That's what I was like. That's another one I kept rewinding. I'm like, what is she trying to
I
say?
was
here?
confused. Oh.
Meaning it's more you see right through walls. So seeing through my walls, like the walls that I put up, like emotional walls, mental walls, emotional issues I don't even know I have that you be putting up with. But pussy's also involved.
But that's what happens when you give the pussy first, though.
Yeah.
When you give the
Gotcha.
pussy first and don't give a guy a chance to know you,
Right.
then all he sees is the pussy in the beginning. It's kind of hard to go
Can I
backwards.
stop saying that word so we can play this
Yeah,
again?
so-
Oh, my
Right.
bad. Well, vagina. It's
Say
kind
vagina.
of hard to go backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like once I hit, then you want me to get to know you?
Right.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Happened with John
Right.
Legend. It worked for
People,
John
I
Legend.
mean, yeah. it
Well, he
does
married her off the
God.
top. He
All right,
married
now
Chrissy.
what was it like meeting RZA?
I love RZA. I love his turtlenecks. Wonderful turtlenecks. He's very he's like a character, like a movie character. He's brilliant. He's got hella different facets. He's multifaceted as fuck and in a way that you can like quantify. So like if you be like, yo, can I get some Bobby Digital plus like today's math plus a little bit, he'd be like, okay. And then like go into this
Ooh,
and
yeah.
that. And he'll just go off into that. And then like, but he's also like very warm and like nostalgically parental. It's weird.
Were you a Wu-Tang fan? Because you young. Like you didn't.
My sister was a heavy Wu-Tang fan,
Okay.
and I just caught the win. Basically, my sister is like my introduction to every sound, like because she used to listen to Tupac and Wu-Tang and Lil Jon, like Bone Crusher, just a lot of aggressive music.
And this was in New Jersey.
She's from California, but she moved to New Jersey, so she's taken all her like West Coast influences and bringing them where I live. And I don't know, like when I eavesdrop and see what I can see and just take whatever I can, I just get like, I'm very easily obsessed. So I just, Wu was very like cool to me. They were so dirty.
Is that why you
tell
call
us
yourself?
Pure.
Is that why you call yourself the SZA?
Well, that was actually, I feel like that kind of, it's weird, like how things kind of fold into each other and then just start to make sense. It kind of, my name is Solana. My friends call me Sos for short, which is like Sosa. But at the time, Chief Keef had just came out and he was like Sosa. And it was crazy. Like, I can't be Sosa also. So.
AZ was Sosa too.
Was he?
Yeah.
I love AZ. What you mean like do.
AZ the visualizer.
The AZ.
Yeah.
Okay. I love.
Now, I love the trailer too. By the way, I thought that was genius. Just having
Thank
the RZA
you.
voice.
Sorry.
Because you know, as an older guy, I think SZA. That's what I automatically think. RZA, Jizza, and all that stuff. So it was
Thank you.
it was a
People
correlation
clowned
that made
me.
sense.
People clown me for that for so long. They were like, "Bitch, you not in Wu-Tang."
They
Who are
did.
you? Yeah, it was crazy. They're like, "You not a Wu member? Who are you?"
Now on Love Galore, that's another dope record. You're scolding a man for being with you when he got a woman. And I was listening to it saying, you know, it takes two, right?
What you mean?
It takes
if
two.
you know,
Yeah, she's saying a lot of times she didn't
From the
know.
record, it seemed like
She
you
was
knew.
a
you
young
real
woman.
honest. You real honest. So basically, it's one of those casual situations where you see a dude in public, and he's always trying to like be cool with you or whatever the case may be, and he won't admit that he has a girlfriend. Everyone told you he has a girlfriend. Your own eyes kind of make you feel like he has a girlfriend, but then like it's just like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like it's annoying, but it's also like, all right, whatever. So the song is more so about like when I said your crew, know your crew better than you do. So this is speaking in the same sense of the dude
Telling
call
on
me,
you. Yeah.
telling because I know your friends. Like I do your friends' laundry. I've cooked for your friends. I know your niggas. So I'm just like, and I'm just saying like it just be like that. It sounds. Sometimes dudes are wild foul.
And
I
you
don't
say, and you
enough.
say, why bother me when you know you don't want me?
Why?
Right.
It's
Why
because
do
you letting
keep-
them hit.
No, but how do you know if it's about hitting? It's about you may want the idea of me.
The video was very sexy, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
was
I was
that
like, look
orgy?
at SZA. All...
How was that orgy called? What he called us and said, hey, your man's here doing the orgy. Like, how was that?
Oh my
conversation?
God.
Like,
Yo,
like,
so it
I
had
just
it
can't
slipped
fathom.
out. It slipped. It was an
That
accident.
does not slip out.
Yeah, that don't
No.
slip
That's
out.
what he was doing.
It slipped.
Yeah.
No,
It
no.
was
He
on
was on something like,
purpose.
oh my God. I was like, are you guys having a good time? And he was like, oh my God, Lonnie, we're having such a good time over here. We're at this mansion and we're having, and it just.
They did
It
not
slipped
slip
out.
out.
He
That
was
did not
doing.
slip out.
It
That's-
slipped out. I
No,
think he was
things like that
definitely
don't-
on something as well. So he was in a very good
He's in
mood.
drugs.
And these are like
He
very.
fucked all these bitches. Damn it, man.
And that's how that happened. And I was like, oh wow, it's
Except your man.
crazy.
He- the only one
Except your man.
who didn't do it.
So crazy. It sounds like an amazing time. Like,
Have you ever cheated, SZA?
You talk about it throughout the album. Yes.
oh no, yes, but I feel like I'm justified for the
all yours was
reasons,
revenge. Yeah.
for the reasons at hand. And I honestly, like, if a dude is not treating you as his girl, who knows if he's claiming you in every circle?
If he's having orgies.
Who knows if he's having orgies?
orgies.
Who knows if he's even considering you in the same way that you're seeing him as a man? You're not his girl in his brain. So did I cheat on anyone? because you didn't have a
Is
girl.
that
You were
how
telling
you
people
That's how
rationalize
she
this?
looks at it.
Yeah.
If I was
you were
to try
telling
to say
people
that as a man,
you told everyone you didn't have a girl.
Who?
And you told me you didn't have a girl. No, that's your guilt talking again. I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking to you. Specifically.
When did I say that?
I would never. No,
Are you seeing somebody now?
huh?
Oh,
For the sake of this album, no.
Lord knows. No, I was trying to explain what my seeing someone situation. Right, I feel like right now I'm in a space where I've never been in this place before in my life, and I don't know anything about myself. So I'm learning about myself. And honestly, I think I was in a lot of these unhealthy relationships because I didn't have enough self-love like built up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I found when I fixed the way I felt about myself, like these situations didn't happen to me anymore. Like I haven't dealt with a trife dude in so long, like in so long, and I'm super blessed and grateful for that. But I do know it's about what you tolerate,
right.
or even what you believe in, what you want to hold on
You
to.
can't be scared to be lonely, like you said.
You can't be scared to be lonely, but you also can't be afraid to like let your pride go, because he could do all these things, and because your homegirls say don't mess with him, you don't want to mess with him anymore. But
You
you're
can't
lonely now. Like this makes no
Right.
sense. Like you still love him, he still loves you. Like these things are workable. People are human beings. People grow. People change. Anything is possible. So it's like it's kind of just in a realm of I don't know. I'm just chilling.
You can't trust guys at this point in your career though.
No,
because,
no, absolutely
Because you're sexy now. You done got all sexy and glowed
God,
up on them.
thank you.
You got an album coming out. People know you about to blow. Somebody out here gonna try to trap you.
I cannot. I simply cannot.
Now I like
I'm untrappable.
You're untrappable. All right, you say that till somebody accidentally took that condom off.
Oh,
Now listen, I like
you were classy for like 40 minutes, and I was like, "Wow, this is going so well. It's crazy."
I like Normal Girl too.
Thank you.
Well-
I almost took that off.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what you was talking about a little while ago. Because tell me if I'm wrong, because my interpretation might be different. But it sounded like you were waiting for a man to get his shit together and make an honest woman out of you.
No.
Okay.
If you're saying normal girl, if you're saying you love the way I pop my top, love how I lose my cool, love how I look at you, saying like I be wilding and you love that shit. So I'm a headache, I'm stressful, and it's just the way I am. But I'm also fun as hell, and we're gonna do this for as long as you want to do it. That's all that is.
So-
But saying normal girl, like feeling like I've always wanted to be. I feel like the dudes that I ended up dating were always dating like this like archetype where it was like several degrees, very aristocratic, like very like super conservative and reserved with like a mean press out and like very like just something very
Press out.
crazy and nice skin and drink hella water and like a lot of credentials. And I
That's a
I don't
long
know.
list.
It's a long list.
Yeah, you
but
thought
it's,
about this one.
no, but it's true. Like for those are the kind of girls like, and I don't know why I always end up dating dudes that date like the craziest of women. And I think like on the positive scale. So that was me feeling like though these are normal girls to you. This is what you consider a normal girl. I wish I was a normal girl because I'm not organized. I don't make sense a lot of times. And again, I'll be wilding, but I am fun. So it's just that.
You be wilding. What you said that 3 times. What does you be wilding mean?
Not
what
like
do you
that,
do
but I'm saying
wilds out?
like I adventure really hard and I play really hard. So like I went to Mexico, got hit by a car, but continued
by
my
a car?
trip, had a fantastic time. But
You ain't
we
get
were
hit hard
racing.
enough then.
No, what? They come out with them guns. You gonna walk away from whatever happened to you because you don't want to be caught up in no mess. And I was just racing with my friend on some motorcycle, and she hit like a back street, and I was trying to cut her off, and I couldn't. So I went around, and then this taxi just came and side swiped me, and I was in a G-string coming from the beach.
Right.
All of a sudden, all these police just came with like very large guns, and they were
I'm
screaming.
okay.
I just paid $1,000 and bounced. That was it. With
yeah,
my
yeah,
life. Even though
yeah.
I got hit, I was just limping. I'm just like, it's all cool. I don't even care. Thank you so much
didn't
for
hurt
having
nothing?
me. Yeah. No, I had my ankle, my arm, my scrapes, my rib, and then I had like Montezuma's revenge the next day
Oh, diarrhea.
for 9 hours. It was
Oh my goodness.
You was drinking
so
the water.
crazy, son. No, 'cause I drove to Playa del Carmen. I was in Tulum.
Oh,
And
I just went there.
Were you fat
Isn't it
at
so
this time?
I was in the.
I was
what do they
medium.
call it? The
And first of all, fat is a
cenotes.
very offensive word. Don't say that.
Tell him.
What do you want me to
Tell him.
say?
Don't call anybody
Heavy?
fat.
Oh, what do you want? Big?
You look at all those other adjectives you had. in your Rolodex, just prepared.
Oh, so
other than fat.
So you was medium sized. I'm just trying to imagine you medium sized sitting
She's
on the
never been
toilet,
fat.
diarrhea.
I was larger than I am now.
I was in the cenotes. I had a great time.
I
You
love
were
the
in that too?
cenotes. But I didn't get sick. I didn't get sick in Tulum. It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to do water sports because I'm extra. And I drove into Playa del Carmen. And yeah, I was having a great time. My mouth was open and I was just screaming, like having a great time in the jet skis. And I just,
You must
Some-
have inhaled
Why
some
wouldn't a
water.
guy like that? That sounds like fun, especially if you're paying for it.
because I also got him hit on a car.
In Mexico?
Yeah.
Hold on, you got him hit too?
Yeah, he was on the back of the car.
On the back of the bike with you?
Yeah, but like,
But that's what he get for
I
being
like
a
to
grown man
race.
on the back of a bike.
yeah, I like to race.
That's what he get. He should have been driving the bike. What the hell he on
Why
the back
can't
of
a
the bike?
woman
like
drive
that?
the bike?
I mean,
First of
that's
all,
fine,
I
but-
drive better. I'm not gonna risk this race for you. Just hang on.
Yeah.
And we
Enjoy
out.
the
You're a
ride.
little crazy, sis.
And
You're
maybe
a
get
Oh my
hit.
God.
little crazy.
Are you still writing for other people?
Oh my God. I think I'm like ready now. I don't think I was ready before when people were asking me to write because I'd never written for anybody before. But now I think I'm kind of developing. I think everybody has a different way that they communicate with the world and via music in general. And I had to figure out the way that I communicated with the world and what my like form of musical communication was. And I think before I could really write for someone with confidence, and now it's like you have to find a style. It's like, if you don't have a style, then you're kind of writing for other people with them in mind. Like, what would you say? But I think honesty and, all those words come from a place that counts for everybody. Like, it's about how you know everybody, not just how you know you. So I just had to figure out what my style was, how I communicate what I feel, what I know, like, and just streamline it in some way. But, like, keep it, I don't know. I just had to learn more about myself before I could write for other people. But I'm ready now.
Is that your grandma or your mom giving you advice
That's
throughout the
my
album?
granny and my
Okay.
mom,
Yeah,
actually.
okay. I thought it was two different people.
Yeah.
They
both
sound
of
like
them.
they G's.
They
Like,
are
they've been around.
G's. I have the best family in the world. And I'm sure everyone has a beautiful family.
Right.
They was giving you like a lot of advice on guys. You tell them everything? Like,
I never, what's crazy is I spent my whole life not asking my mother about men or asking my grandmother or asking my father. Nobody talked to me about, or my sister, about men my entire life. And I think I had more focus on activities or what I wanted to do. And so did my family. Like, they never talked to me about aesthetic or being attractive, or which I like resented when I got older because I'm like, damn, I wish somebody just put me on how to like polish up like every now and again when I really wanted
Put
to.
lotion on.
I was an athlete, exactly.
Do sports. That's what dads
And
do
I
with
ran
their daughters.
track.
They just put them in sports.
Yeah.
You ain't got time for boys. You just practicing all day, so we ain't got to have that kind of
little ashy athlete.
Oh no, yeah,
Athlete,
definitely
athlete,
still an
athlete.
ashy athlete.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
So the weight gain had to be harder because you were a gymnast, so you was always thin.
I was muscular. I was buff.
Right.
I was very heavy, even as a gymnast. And I ran track, so I have like hey, what you in? 100, 200s? Me too. I have very like dense quads and a lot of like muscle memory. So that packed on with like eating and everything else was just like very heavy and very difficult to get off because 200 feels like 220 when you have like muscle or
Right.
anything else involved. It was crazy.
Was it a lot of stress eating?
Yes, I love eating when I have shit on my mind. I just like, I'm bored, I want to eat. I'm sad, I want to eat. I'm happy, let's eat. Like, it's just
Now we can go shopping. when you
exactly.
feel
Let's shop and eat.
So with your man or your prior man, you are very competitive. Like you compete on everything when it comes to your man. No?
With my man
Yes.
or for my
Both.
Why you say that?
I mean, because you're an athlete, so that's what you basically been trained to do. So no matter what it is with your man, you got to be better.
I'm going to make you come first.
Nobody went. No
That's a
woman
gift,
wants.
okay?
always goes that way.
No woman wants that.
He always goes
Okay,
that
a real
way.
man lets you come first.
But you don't ever let him win.
Oh my God. My mother's gonna see this. She definitely told me after Love Girl, she said, don't do that shit no more. This counts as that shit. This whole conversation. I'm not listening. But go ahead. Yes, I am. I'm very competitive and I can't help it. It's weird. I didn't even notice. I like just realized that with men but it's exciting. It's like healthy. It's like you slay, I slay,
Right.
I slay you. Like now come catch up, and then like we'll go back. It'll be like whatever. Like look what I got. I got to do this. You got to do that. It's fun.
And
It's
I guess track
keeps me sharp.
and being a gymnast is really a one-on-one competition. It's not like a,
It's weird. Like it is and it's not because it's like you have to represent your group.
Mm-hmm.
You have to not embarrass the people that you with, but it's like, and if you shine too hard, people don't like you, and then you kind of like out your group, and then it's like life, really.
Right.
But it's like your points and your details and everything that you prepared for is like for right now, but it also reflects on a whole like of humanity and society. And I don't know, just don't play yourself.
Why was Drew Barrymore an inspiration to you? Because you got the record and then she bigged you up. I think it was you was on Kimmel, right? What was you on?
I did play Kimmel, and then she went on Fallon or something and said, she's so nice. She's amazing.
But why she's an inspiration to you? You do a whole record named after her.
A whole 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Basically, I think when she came out, there was something very interesting. Or when I was younger, like I feel like all the actresses of that time, like or all the white actresses of that time, like the Nicole Kidmans and like the Michelle Pfeiffers and the like the very like, you know, like
Polished.
so polished. Like the hands look like you remember like cartoon hands and like Cruella de Vil, like but they look like that. Or even Glenn Close. Like Glenn Close wasn't like the epitome of, you know, textbook beauty in Fatal Attraction, but she was still white and blonde and wore all white and like angelic. Like this was the idea. And with Drew, it was just kind of like she's quirky. She has crooked teeth. She has a belly laugh. Like she really laughs from here. It's a giggle. It's like she has a lisp. I have a lisp. Like she's made me feel. I related to her characters a lot. Like
she had an incredible life growing up too. Like as a young
even know
child.
that.
Yeah,
she beat drugs. She was on drugs real bad.
She
at
was
one
like a
point.
child star, going to parties and
I
doing
did
all
know
kinds
that.
of crazy stuff when she was really
She was in
young.
E.T.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
It just made me feel I'm a goofy like person, and I think I attach to. I love living single for the same reason, like attaching to Khadijah or Sinclair, like for those because they're hella goofy, and that's just how I get down. Like it's just a.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you had any black female like influences.
Tons. Felicia Rashad, tons of those. It's just a matter of when I think of movies and like, I'm thinking of usually like fashion, hair, and energy for movies and like visual, like what inspires me. So when I think of like Drew Barrymore, I think of Poison Ivy when she's swinging on that swing and like her hair to the side and like she's kind of in a dark place, but she's like kind of sad. She's lonely. She wants more. She's with this girl that seems to have a perfect life, who's also rather boring, and she's over her life too, but like it's weird. She's like dysfunctional on some weird sexual deviant shit. Like she's just weird. So it just made me feel like this dark beat, and my friends make everything from scratch. So when they play the chords and like all that, it just kind of builds and you start to see a show in your head.
Did you grow up around a lot of white people in Jersey?
I did.
Is that why
Shout
you
out to
kind of
Maplewood, New
Yeah.
Jersey.
is that kind of why your images of beauty are like the white women, I guess?
Wait, what makes you think my images of beauty are white women?
Oh, just saying you said you was
Because I
kinda-
named one song after a white
It
woman.
was a very
I'm saying.
mixed environment.
Yeah.
It
If
wasn't,
my images of beauty were after a white woman, my hair would not be textured. No.
But you've grown. Like I'm saying.
No, I think if anything, growing up around white people just made me just see different facets of what I've seen all kind of white people. I think if it comes to the loving, warm, accepting, I've seen some ignorance in all shades. I've seen some hate. I've seen some really sad things. I've seen support in all colors and shades. So I think if anything, it just kind of, I've had a weird experience, like even in gymnastics, like my hair doesn't slick back like y'all's, like the spray glitter don't look the same. I have a different build, like, you know, black girls are just built different. Like
Absolutely.
I have body, like I'm on this team and I'm still small because I'm a gymnast, but I'm kind of shapely and I'm in a leotard and my legs are out and it's a different experience for me. So I think, and in my Girl Scout troop, like being the only black girl, it was more so, I don't know, I had a beautiful experience. I've had some learning experiences. I've had some unfortunate experiences with white people.
Did that contribute to your insecurity at all?
No, I don't think white people in particular contributed to my insecurity. I think society, myself, and the way that I think self-love is a very weird thing to try to teach your kids because it's kind of led by example only, like, and they kind of pick up on it and absorb it. And like my parents are so like they're corporate and accomplished and like all these other things. I don't know, like we just didn't really, I never really took time to build my confidence at all, like ever. So I think, I don't know. And my homegirls, like I was also very comfortable like being the meek, like, I don't know, like the goofy one. Like I'm the friend. Like I was always okay like being that. And my friends were so beautiful and they dressed well and like they would give me pointers and like comb my baby hair and whatever else they felt like dressing me up in for the day. But I think the insecurities just came from like, I don't know. It's just the way I was built. I think I've always been that way. When I was a gymnast. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think who's good now? Who's like, who's 100% good now all the time? I think I'm very happy with the way my life is shaping. I feel very blessed. I'm super happy to not be as unhealthy as I was before. I'm happy that I feel like I have a choice when I see pasta.
How do you feel about the album?
It was a bad day. I don't know. I was
What
really
you mean
happy
you
when
don't
you
know?
said it was good. I was really happy when you said it because I was like, really? I mean, I've tried to. We have this backup plan, right? To where this backup
What's the
plan.
backup
Me and Sage made a backup plan to where if I couldn't like handle releasing the album because I didn't like it, that I would release a photo of me listening to the album and just explain that I finished it, explain what it's all about, and then just like leave it at that.
It's like that with art, though. Once you create it, it's almost just up for public consumption now. Like, you do your best work, and then you got to release
But
to the public.
when do you know when it's your best work? And that was my issue. I think a matter of like, I think when I was younger, I was very quick and excited to be like I'm special. Like, I'm good at this. I'm this and that. But like when you get older, you start to realize how small you are in the world, and you're not like. All of us are special, but none of us are more special than the other, like at all. And it's just interesting. Like, it's very humbling. And then it's weird. It's a fine line between humbling and like crippling, because it's like when you realize that you're not the shit, or like you're not, everything you think you are, but there's a lot of room to grow. It's very inspiring and exciting, but it's also like, have I done enough growing yet to go back in the world? Like, am I prepared to be in this place? And I think that's kind of where I was.
My father would always say, you're never as good as they say you are, and you're never as bad as they say you are.
I like that.
That's
That
just the
works for me.
mentality to have.
So you're
And it's
definitely
the,
putting this album out. There's no listening to it.
It's gone now. When you told me you heard it, I'm like, shit.
I'm going to put it out.
You're not going to put it out. You can't put it out.
Listen,
It's
I really
watermarked.
like it. Thank you.
I do like it. I think it's dope.
Women are going to love this album, because I told you I felt like a lot of emotions when I was listening to it, because there's a lot of situations that we've all been in, and not too many songs that we have that we can relate it to.
What's the date of the album? What's the date
This
of the album?
Friday.
This Friday. Okay.
I'm an R&B head. Like, I love Erykah Badu. I love Floetry. Like, I love Marsha Ambrosius as a solo artist. I love Jill Scott. I love Solange.
I love Amy Winehouse.
So this is in that vein. Now, the 20-somethings is the perfect anthem too, I think, for a lot of 20-somethings. Just trying to figure it out.
I feel that way. That was an exercise, a writing exercise.
Is that a constant struggle? Are you looking forward to the 30s, or are you just working it out now?
I don't know. I feel rushed. Punch.
Take your time, girl.
When Punch is mad at me, he just tells me I'm 30. to make me feel bad, like to just be like, what do you mean?
What's wrong with Punch?
I know it's terrible when I feel he's mad at me and he feels like I'm being immature. Like, he just be like, dude, you 30. And it'll just be like, wow, this is terrible. I can't believe you just said
you
that.
going on?
No, he said that to hurt my feelings.
Like, grow,
to make me feel
you gotta be more mature. You're
right.
30.
He's saying like I need to get up. But I think my 20s have been the most like violent, weird experience.
Violent?
Violent doesn't have to mean physical violence. It doesn't have to mean blood, gore, guts, the literal. It could be violent. You've never felt like something is jolting, like emotionally abrasive. It's like it's been visually abrasive. I think for right now, for anyone who's in their 20s and watching the state of the world in their teens and their any age is on some whole other shit right now. It just feels crazy. So I think my 20s has just been a lot of learning. Like, and I'm sure I have quite a bit to go before
Yes,
30,
you do.
but by 30 I'm trying to chill, like be on some zen, like
You got to get all your...
get a farm.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you have to get all your hoeing out before 30.
What?
Like, any
I thought that's when it starts.
No, you got to get it out. You got to get it out before 30.
Nah, SZA, you
do
do-
it
I
in
don't
your
know.
20s.
You do whatever you
My
want.
aunt,
You do whatever you want.
my aunt called me and was just like, I'm finna go see this man. And this is
Really?
not, I mean, she's so conservative. She's not like,
What's
what
her
are you talking
Instagram?
about? But it made me, she's just like, she's comfortable and confident and established and paid. Like, so she's just doing what she wants. So I just thought older women just be doing what they
Well,
want.
your album is very confident and very in control. So that's a good sign. Are you going on tour?
I am. Thank God, finally. I'm tired of singing the same songs. I feel like I'm bored with my own music. But I'm going and I'm gonna rehearse, and I'm really excited this time. I think last time with tour, I didn't know what I was doing. I never performed live. I never even knew that I sang full voice. That was an accident that I found out on tour, which is how this album kind of came around with the sound, like not knowing that I was singing in falsetto or in a much lower tone. When you're live with a loud ass band, you have to like yell over them in order to hear yourself, etc. So I don't know, that kind of like blended.
We don't know what
in.
you're talking about, but somebody out
She's
there
learning.
does.
She's learning, and she's
I don't
saying
know
what
what
she
I'm talking
learned.
about either.
That's good
But I
because
can
a lot of people
stumble it.
might not know that because I didn't know.
with me.
Now,
I just talking about tour. That's all.
Is it
Get
true you
ready.
stopped wearing your hijab after 9/11? You used to wear hijab?
That is semi-true. Yes.
I read that somewhere.
No, yeah. So, my mother's Christian and my father's Muslim. So, I would wear my hijab whenever. My mom was very supportive. Like I went to Muslim prep school on Fridays. I went to Jumu'ah with my dad, and I felt my dad kind of ran my household, so that's just kind of the way everybody went. But I still would go to church with my mom every other Sunday, or et cetera, because my dad is understanding and a human being. So I don't know, when 9/11 happened, it was just like, I don't know, like it became a thing and I didn't know it was a thing. Like kids were very like,
Cruel, I'm sure.
yeah, and they were very sure about the way that they felt about me or about the religion or about Islam or like the idea. And as kids, they thought it was like a very separate thing. Like, you don't believe in God, you believe in Allah, when like it's literally the translation. Like it just means God.
That's it.
It's another word. And I think kids being kids paired with fear and ignorance, and like that was a very traumatizing thing that happened to all of us. Like as a kid, we had to sit down and have an assembly, like, and everybody talked about that. So it's like, in hindsight, it pains me to see all this like Islamophobia growing and like snowballing and all the bandwagoning, because I know the damage that can like really cause, and where that comes from. It comes from a place of ignorance and fear, not from a place of, I don't even know. Nobody wants to be that hateful or that, but nobody wants to be that scared either. So it's just like, I don't know.
Do you feel
It's
the need
weird.
to speak out? Or do you think like the label might be like, hey, you know what, maybe not right now?
What? My label would never do that.
All right.
They would never
Picture
do that.
She's
I
30.
happen to be on a label of real niggas as well.
you
Like
go.
they don't they support anything that's real and true. And I think,
Because somebody like you standing up and, like embracing your faith right now could really help the community, help the Muslim community.
yeah, but
Inspire
I also
some other
don't.
young Muslims going through that.
I agree. I also want to be careful about the way that I represent my community or the Muslim community, because I have so much respect and so much reverence, and I know that I don't live by my deen.
So you wouldn't do that just to make
100%.
a statement.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like I can support
Mm-hmm.
people in every way. I can,
Right.
and I also don't feel like I'm not allowed to wear a hijab. Like, I
Right?
feel
You
like
just have to be authentic. To,
exactly. So I'm not gonna jump out the window and like start a mosque tomorrow. But I definitely feel like if there are anyone that needs to like talk or hang or feel reinforced, and I have no problem wearing a hijab. I've picked out new ones recently. Like, I'm very comfortable. I'm just comfortable, and I love everyone, and I want everyone to feel not afraid. I feel like educating some of these younger kids before they turn into crazy ass bullies that's snatching off your hijab in the hallway, like, can help too, in a positive, friendly way. I don't know.
Did it affect you in a way because you was kind of choosing, like, I guess, fear over faith?
Yeah. Yes. That affects your relationship with God. That affects the way you process goodness. Yes, that was a very interesting thing. I think a lot of things, it's weird, like religion when you're young versus religion when you're older. It's shaped by your parents, the relationship with the church, the people in the church, etc. Like, and when I say church, I mean any denomination that has a congregation. So I'm just thinking about, I don't know. It took me a long time to like fall out of fear and like kind of fall into faith, but it's weird. I got into Christianity afterwards to learn, and not because I was afraid of Islam, but just because I spent like a lot of my childhood running from like the issues with my dad, and that represented Islam at the time for me, and plus 9/11, plus everything else. It was just like, I just want to try something else. Like, I just want to like be a different person.
What issues did you have with your dad?
My dad is very stern. And he doesn't mince words, and he doesn't renege on things that he says. And sometimes, I don't know. I think my dad was just growing my parents were growing at the same time that I was growing, and I'm sure they wanted more for me initially they were afraid that I wouldn't have enough or that I wouldn't be enough. And I don't know. I think my dad was just, I get it. He was really going hard on some whole other shit, but I'm not afraid of anything.
Stern,
thankfully.
protective dad. Didn't want you in the music industry.
Oh, he didn't care about
didn't care
that.
about that
It's so backwards. He didn't want me on roller coasters, didn't want me like adventuring and doing like random things, but wanted me to go to school. It's not that it wasn't the music industry that he didn't want. It was more so he wanted me to do something with my life. And he felt like he wasn't sure if being in music was like doing something with my life.
But now he is.
Yeah, he's down. He's so, and he calls me. He's like, I like this song. I love it. I'm like, thanks. He gonna be mad when he hear the whole album now.
Yes, he is.
Oh no.
He's gonna be like,
I'm not even singing about me and from my perspective in every song.
No, don't try to switch it up because
Okay.
Daddy might be watching.
you think they're gonna ask you questions? You think they're gonna talk to you about it and ask you questions since you said your mom never really addressed certain things about relationships? You think now is gonna be like,
What you mean real niggas don't
Baby
deserve
girl.
pussy?
what were you going through?
Baby girl.
you going
No,
through?
no. I talk to my mom. It's funny. My mom is now like when I do talk to her about like men and the way I feel now, and she's very like, she wants me to just be patient and like be loving and understanding, but also like not take no shit. I don't know. It's weird. I'm not very an advice person. Like from my homegirls, like I don't talk about men with my friends, but we hang out and have fun. But I'm not really like that. Like I kind of just keep those kind of thoughts to myself.
Well, explain the album title for you get out of here because I can tell you got to pee.
No, I just, you know what's crazy? I'm very like fidgety and my legs are the most like fidgety part of me. So I always like adjust them. And I want to sit with my legs folded, but I can't. And this chair is short.
Oh, you
as
into
hell.
yoga?
Yeah, I like to stretch a lot. I stretch a lot every day. It's weird.
So control.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Well, it's a life concept. It's more so when I first think about control, like the computer key, I think about sneaking up into my parents' attic to wait for the dial-up to like work, even though I'm banned from the phone and banned from the computer. Like
You might be 30, SZA. You make a lot of old
Was dial-up
references.
AOL?
Dial-up AOL.
you never had AOL and AIM?
How old you might be over 30.
Now, she what,
You're
20
on the low.
crazy. I'm 26.
26?
If I was literally, there's Twitter and AIM and Instagram. All that came in the same of my lifetime. So like I was here before Twitter. I was here before real internet. Like before it was like a whole World Wide Web. And
She was
I
just
don't
young
know.
at the time.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I was just on Juno and like Googling random things. Like that's what any of us were doing on the internet back then. It's not shit else to look at. Like let me just Google what else this look
And
like.
Bang Bros.
What's that?
Don't
Bang
listen to
Bros.
him.
That's a porn site that he was
Bang
talking
Bros was
about.
great. They used to ride around in that little van and just walk up to random girls and try to get them to have sex.
Oh my god,
Oh, it was
great.
Huh? See,
terrible.
No. No, it was not rape.
Well,
So that's what you want to watch?
They used to ask.
Roll up in a creepy van and ask women for
creepy van.
Throw
sex.
girls in the van.
Okay.
But did you control?
I'm sorry.
Did you explain control?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
That wasn't control there.
Control is a concept. It's just I've just lacked control in my whole life, and I think I've craved it my whole life, and I couldn't really arrive at it. And now I'm not really looking to arrive at it anymore. I'm just happy to be present, and then trying to. It's weird if you try to control a future moment. It's impossible, and there's no such thing as control anyway. It's just a concept. It's a word. It's a fantasy.
That's real.
But if you focus on controlling like the way you feel in the now and what you do with the now, I feel like it leads to having true control in the future. I don't know. It's a theory. I'm gonna figure out if that means anything.
Well, we like watching you figure it out. The
Control.
album is really dope. I'm
Comes
not.
out
I'm
this
not just
Friday.
saying that. It's a really good album.
Thank you.
Really great
And
album.
we appreciate you
You should
for
be
joining
proud of
us.
yourself, SZA.
Thank you.
There we go.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Thank
there you have it.
SZA.
It's SZA. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in